The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Wichita by EB, Kirby's Beer Store, Party Rockerz ICT, and Sacred Leaf.
All right.
Here we are at episode 61, everybody. How you guys doing tonight?
I've been excited for this all week.
Yeah, we're gonna breeze through. Sorry, sponsors. We're gonna breeze through the sponsorship pretty quick here today because we are really excited about this show. It's gonna be a fun
We're
one.
gonna give due respect to each and every sponsor.
Yeah, we got Kirby's.
But, yeah.
Everything at Kirby. Support local music. Make sure you get out and mess with that. Wichita by EB. Always thank you. Get with him for food truck advice. Get with him for the shows that are coming on.
Yeah.
Get with him for a little bit of everything. For food reviews. I mean, the guy helps us out a ton. Sacred Leaf, Aaron, take it away a little bit on Sacred Leaf.
Sacred Leaf, they're Wichita's first and, in my opinion, the best CBD shop in town.
And a great sponsor of the show, too.
Yeah, they do all their own stuff, most of their own processing. Great people, yeah.
So make sure you get with them for all your CBD and Delta 8 and a little bit of everything needs. They got a little bit of everything, don't they?
Word.
They got lotion and
Yeah.
everything. They got everything going on down there.
Coffee.
Also, we got Party Rockerz ICT as well. So make sure that you get with Kayla. We got a show booked now. She's going to be on. She'll be able to tell you everything in and out about that place. But we're going to definitely, if you need for schools, for kids parties, or if you, I know they have a Harper benefit coming up. They got a back to school jam coming up. They got they were just at Riverfest, so they've done a ton of shit here lately. So get with them for all your mascot and blow up needs for your parties. Then we got the back to school block party coming up.
Trying to raise a bunch of backpacks.
This is a great cause. The Dirty 13 Lowrider Street Club is doing this, and it's a block party at O.J. Watson Park, July 29th. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. They're trying to give out backpacks for kindergarten to 5-year-old kids. So they're taking donations at a ton of places. The Clubhouse over there on Maple, the Cowboy Inn, the Shamrock, Dirty D's, the Dollar Tree on 2nd and Seneca, the Bourbon Street, Bill and Mary's, Doug's, Jeannie's, Cowboy, TJ's Tacos, and Douglas and McLean Boutique. And you can get with Nicole, or you can get with anybody in that club and donate. So help them out with that. And make that a real free event. They got a bunch of bouncy houses and stuff they're doing for free that whole day. They're giving away stuff for free and having a day for free. So I mean,
and if you have questions on how to support that, just hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. There's a ton of information on that. So
that goes with all our sponsors. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
A quick. We usually respond pretty quick. So get with us if you need us. And also the Damn Jam. Again, we need sponsorships for that. Just for our show, we're working on. Like I said, we got about halfway there.
Oh, Damn Jam!
Yeah, so we got invited to do the Damn Jam, and we are putting a fucking teepee up.
I got a 20-foot teepee I'm going to put up. We're going to do the podcast in the teepee.
In the teepee out at the Damn Jam. So we're going to try to get any artist, any stage manager.
I think if you set up a teepee, I think the artists go,
build a teepee, they will come.
Yeah, and then they'll go check it out.
And is it Sweat Lodge? Do Sweat Lodge while you're on the teepee?
Yeah, I think we're going full.
No. It'll shrink the canvas. I can't do
really?
it. Yeah, it will.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So can we just do like moon pods in there and have a fucking crazy day?
I don't know what you mean, but yeah.
All right, so maybe. But yeah, so if we're still needing sponsors, we're about halfway there for the sponsorship for that. Any venue person, anybody that wants to do advertising, like I said, there's going to be like 10K people out there. So there's a great thing for your flyers, your stickers, your shirts. We'll sell your merch at our spot. We actually get in 2 spots probably to advertise that. We're going to be able to podcast in the teepee, and then we're also going to be able to podcast under a pavilion too as well. So we'll be mobile out there for 3 days. It's going to be
pretty sick.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So make sure if anybody's wanting to do a podcast that you get with us. We got me and Aaron have some ideas in the works for a couple other shows that we're going to produce, and we also have some ideas in the works on some concerts. The Aaron and Austin Show is going to be bringing you a concert very soon. So look out for that. We're going to do some shit. We got some ideas.
Yeah.
So let's get to that graphic and let's get to this show.
Graphic. All right, here we are, back in attack. 61. We got David and Kevin
from Forge ICT. Nothing but amazing things I've heard about this restaurant. I cannot wait. We're starting it off with a cocktail. Tell us about it, David. Introduce you guys yourselves. Do the whole thing.
All right, I'm Dave, the owner, and I got Kevin here with me. He's my chef for the restaurant at Forge ICT. And today I basically did, we're going to do 2 cocktails today. We got this one here. It's called the Leatherneck. It is a cocktail I designed for a Woodford competition. It is... Typically, I do Woodford, but we're using Boot Hill Distillery, their whiskey.
Out of Dodge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So we're using a little bit of a local...
Yeah, bet.
Nice.
I like that.
And then we put a Strega, dry vermouth. Strega, if you're not familiar with it.
Please tell me. You saw my face. You're like, he doesn't know what the fuck that is. Like, he doesn't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, no one knows what it is. It's a kind of underground Italian liqueur. It's just really kind of...
It's like the anise thing I'm getting?
A little bit in there, but it's also got...
part of the martini.
Yeah, okay.
But it's got just some herbal flavor in there and stuff. And then the kind of the secret ingredient is a leather and lavender simple syrup.
Yeah.
We take a simple syrup.
I definitely get the leather. That's crazy.
Right? And I like the Leatherneck. Leatherneck is the name of it?
Yeah.
So before we get too much further, how did you get into like trying to submit a drink to the Woodford competition?
I've been in the bar and restaurant business 30 years. I started doing bartending mid-90s and just kind of kept going. And I've done craft cocktails and you name it, I've done it. Bartended out in Vegas for a while, here locally for a long time, and then last few years out towards Philadelphia.
So leather and lavender.
So you even got out of Wichita and learned some real shit.
Well, it was one of those things. I got to the point, and you could feel like you're doing the right thing and stuff, but Wichita, as far as like cocktails and stuff, when I was doing it, they weren't real receptive because I was always kind of pushing the envelope, and a lot of people were still stuck on the rum and coke and give me Crown or whatever.
Fireball.
And nowadays,
or Jaeger and shit.
Rumplemints.
Whoa. Now we're just taking low blows here.
But I was getting kind of in a rut because I was doing these cool cocktails, and it was just not the right scene. And some man, he's like telling me, man, go out East Coast. People love it. Went out there to a small town just outside of Philly called Lancaster, PA, or as they say it there in the Amish country, Lancaster. But I got there. I landed a job immediately with a restaurant. Been in business for 25 years, and I just started kind of playing around, and everybody just loved what I was doing. And so that was that recognition that, hey, I'm good at what I do, and I'm in the right direction. So.
Yeah, it's nice to get out of your comfort zone.
Oh yeah,
and still get some receptive. Like, okay, I'm doing some shit here.
Well, it's like and nothing against Wichita, but when you're a smaller population and you're the best in that population, it's like the old big fish, small pond or kind of scenario
all day.
And
same in the music world.
Well, I think that even no matter where you live, I mean, unless you're in like L.A. or New York, where the meccas of things are, for the most part, that holds true no matter what your city is. Even if you're in Denver or Chicago, or you can learn to grow as much as you can get from that area.
Oh yeah, and like I said, I was doing things very progressive and just outside the box.
And that's definitely not a huge thing here.
No, and so and I had a great guy that he basically told me when I started kind of getting that route of craft cocktail and everything else. He said, "Man, the only limitation you have is what you can think of." So we were doing crazy shit. We were doing, these here. We were making air. We were making little foam air and topping on top of cocktails.
Yeah, buddy.
And people, I had a handful of customers that loved the experience and stuff. But then, like I said, a huge portion of which I was like Crown and Coke, and it was like,
well, everybody here just wants their fucking drink.
Oh yeah.
Like they don't want to wait another 10 minutes while you're over there fluffing somebody else's drink with their.
Oh yeah,
that's just the cold fact of it. Yeah. Like people don't want to pay for that little or wait that little extra time. Even that's fucking what's weird.
And, it's the whole artistry and everything of it, and I understand that, but it's like you got some people like you're saying that just want now, and some people that can really appreciate that craft, that skill.
Yeah.
So.
How are you getting the leather in here, man? This is
it's a full boot.
It's intense.
A full boot is at the bottom of the.
It's pretty dope.
It's fucking crazy actually because he does it in my kitchen, and the first time I seen him doing it, I was like, "What are you doing, dude?
You're like, why are you taking off your boots and putting them in this?"
He actually takes leather and actually boils it and infuses that water from that leather in a pot.
Shit.
I'm like, what are you doing?
It's
dude?
Actually, I take lavender, I take sugar, water, throw some lavender in there, and then take a strip of leather and drop it in there. And as it heats up and everything, the leather will slowly curl up. And once it curls up, you pull it off the heat, let it steep for a few minutes, and then pull it out.
So your simple syrup in this old fashioned is leather flavored.
It's leather and lavender.
Leather and lavender. That's what you were saying. Okay,
That's fucking crazy.
Okay, yeah,
bro.
sweet. So you would use the simple syrup, the leather and lavender simple syrup. Bitters on top of that or no?
It's got walnut bitters, and it's also got a whiskey barrel aged bitters in it.
Okay, bet. And then the
That's a
Luxardo cherry. I recognize that.
That's fucking diverse drink right there.
That's my guy.
So it's one of those things.
I love it, man.
Because the simple syrup can be really sweet, so you have that dry vermouth to kind of break it up a little bit and make it less sweet. But you're really just trying to get those flavors.
So what?
Yeah,
So
I
this
love
is
it.
a cocktail that sells at Forge ICT.
Yes,
What's this cocktail go for?
$12.
$12. You can get this motherfucker. He's got
That's worth it all
he's
day.
got 2 boots. He fucking dried in this bad boy. Dude, that is cool as fuck. I mean, that's what that. I mean, all jokes aside, like that's cool. Someone's taking the time to like make simple syrup out of leather and shit. That's why. I mean, dude, it comes through on this bad boy.
It's awesome. I
Right?
don't know. I think it's really cool.
I'm in. Like me and you've had some old fashioned and some spin on some old fashioned. But this is a good fucking drink.
So I never imagined the taste of leather, but the taste of leather is a lot like the smell of leather.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I always loved the smell of leather. So
I know for real.
I guess
though, right?
I would.
I mean, this is one of the most unique bourbon drinks I've ever had. I really like it.
I will tell you that might be my top 3 old fashions of Wichita.
Does it fall under the old fashions?
It's
That's
actually
ish.
technically on the Manhattan side.
That's kind of what I would think.
Because of the vermouth.
Vermouth. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because the vermouth
got
it
you.
is more of a
Okay, okay.
Manhattan.
Think of like a.
All right, so I can't say that. I guess I got to retract.
Think
that.
about a.
Well, we can't, and we haven't done the proper legwork.
It's my favorite Manhattan.
We haven't done the proper legwork on Manhattans. That's for sure.
Because the Manhattan, they have like the perfect Manhattan, which is equal parts of dry and sweet vermouth to melt it all out.
Weird.
So
And that's the only time I've ever had vermouth is in a fucking Manhattan when I've had those. And
But if you're already using whiskey,
I never knew what it really was.
It's not
If you're already
good.
using whiskey, whiskey's kind of sweet, right?
Oh yeah,
Like, I mean,
and that's why I threw.
Yeah.
That's why I used the simple syrup as kind of the sweet vermouth, and then hit it with that dry vermouth, so it makes it more balanced.
I love it.
So when you're going to create a cocktail like this for a competition, how the fuck do you come up with that process? Is that some shit like you invented yourself?
No, I'll tell you right now. Through the years, I've been very beneficial to work with some great chefs from East Coast and here in Wichita, to where a lot of times I'll plug their brains and ask them questions, because cooking and bartending, you use a lot of the same techniques. You do a lot of the same things. It's just a different media to express, your talents.
An art form.
Yeah,
An art
exactly.
form. A lot of people, I like it when chefs and business owners that do signature cocktails and do restaurants like yours, like your restaurant is an art form. Like it's. I mean, just look at the drinks that we're having here with what we have right here on the table. I mean, you can tell that there's a little bit more than just culinary that goes into.
So do you
this.
guys do that like once a week? You sit down and be like, all right, so this drink, this food, how do we make this whole?
We haven't gotten that point yet.
Yeah,
but
like
it
a
will
fucking
be
you have a
happening
think tank
soon.
on this shit.
Yeah, that will be happening soon. Wine dinners, beer dinners, alcohol
Yeah.
dinners, things like
Pairings.
that. Pairings, all that. That
Oh,
will
that's
definitely
cool.
happen. We've only been open for about 5 or 6 weeks, so we're
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys have been making a wave.
You came
man.
in.
I
You
keep
came in
hearing it.
hot. You
Yeah.
came in hot. And if anybody doesn't know, they're at Douglas in Washington in the old District Taco place. Shout out to Mike Farhall, a friend of mine who used to own that spot. Good spot for a long time, and I was glad to see another good person move into that spot because it's nice. It's right there, middle of downtown.
But you got to admit, like Wichita has this thing of like, a new place.
Oh yeah.
a little bit.
I
A
don't
little
know. I
bit. It
don't know.
depends. Like if your shit's legit.
I already want to hate it.
Today, I always said
like-
about Wichita, if you're undeniably good about it, like the word of mouth in this town is amazing.
And I will say that you guys have done that.
Because that's
You guys
I mean,
beat the Bitchitons.
Yeah,
You did.
You also take the good with the bad.
Of
You're
course
going to
you do.
have
Yeah.
those negative Nancy's and those people out
Well,
there.
yeah,
They're just going to.
and that's honestly, you take it. You take it. You should take it the right way because if you're gonna get 100% of people that feedback, 20% of them are probably gonna be shitty if your restaurant's even if it's
Yeah,
great.
that's very true.
So like you just gotta wade through that crap of it and honestly be happy those haters get more clicks and likes on your shit than the damn people that love the place. I mean, to tell you the
Sometimes
truth.
there are constructively, there are constructive
Yeah.
comments and that we could improve on. But most of the time, when people start really
Just
bitching,
bashing
at
for
somebody,
no
Well,
reason.
and
Yeah.
sometimes let's be honest.
It's shock
Let's
value.
turn the coin over. Sometimes restaurants or a waitress or a bartender has a bad day, and you catch a table at the wrong way, and it just doesn't go well for them, and they're a
Sure.
fucking blogger or they're a fucking person that yelps a lot. So like, don't always agree, sometimes it's just a bad day. I always say try a place. If you liked it a little bit, try it a couple times before you fucking give up on it. I always say, because you never know I've had some of my favorite restaurants. You go in and you're like, oh fuck, today sucked.
Well, so I give every restaurant 6 months. That's why I haven't been in there. Like,
well, and we were
you're not coming in another 4 months?
No, I'm going to come in after just tasting that one drink. I'm ready. I'm ready now.
I told Aaron, I was like, we need to get in there for a happy hour and get some apps. But I said, let's wait till after we do the show. Let's do the show first.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I like to give them time to work their stuff out. I know what that is. I used to work back at the house all the time.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Like you don't want to go the first day of the show. You want to go when they've gotten
that won't be me.
Groove,
That won't be me. Yeah. I want to see what you've actually got, what you've developed as like what your routine is looking like,
right?
How fast I get my food.
That's a smart move. That's
what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Well, you always work, so you can't go do it.
No, in the past, I mean, I was married to an actress in town for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
And she went to show.
Kirstie Alley?
No. You ain't
got to lie to me, friend.
How'd that go? Did you
I wouldn't
get
be
good
sitting
alimony?
here if that was the case.
Fair enough.
No, and so I would never go to the first show. I'd wait until we got in the groove. And that's kind of the same thing with cooking, too. When new restaurants open, you got to work out the kinks.
We got to work out the staff. I mean, the staff
people got to
is a
get
big
trained and all that, So
when you're in the industry, you notice that stuff.
Is that why they do the soft openings?
Well, it's like for me.
Is that the point of that?
For the most part.
Well, yeah, so you can kind of get through the logistics of it and stuff, and just kind of feel each other out, and also kind of figure out the systems, because you can have the best computer system in there, and when you go to use it, you never know. First day it could crash or whatever.
Well, and your staff has to be trained for it too.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sure that's a big part of it.
And I have to say, it's doing this whole project and everything. I've got some of the best staff in town, from the kitchen to the front of the house, because a lot of them came in there, and I've known a lot of them for a long time. To where they're experienced, they know what they're doing, and they've just been troopers as far as just like whenever you open a restaurant, it's something pops up and it's like, okay, Thursday out your routine a little bit, but they've been very good about adapting to situations and just keep going, and they're a big reason that we've been successful and having all these great reviews. And
I'm not going to lie to you, all the reviews I've seen, and I don't like pay attention to much of the other than Wichita by EB. And there's a few others that are
for the foodies one.
Yeah. There's another one, and there's
Jack Stack.
Yep, Jack Stack. There's those all are like just somebody who's given a real review of the place, and that's
that's what I like, man.
That's what I want. I don't want anybody with an agenda that works for the fucking restaurant industry too hard or any of that shit. So.
Or the always positive reviews.
I mean,
this place. Look at these awesome guys out there doing it.
Or there's some of them are always negative too. It's like
I had raw chicken.
Well, the one I always love is this woman. She said she was a blogger, and I guess her blogging was she just puts a review on your website or Facebook or Yelp or whatever. But she was talking about, she gave us a 3-star review because she didn't like the first cocktail she had. I forget at the time, it was a cocktail we were playing with, and we took it off the menu. But she goes, nah, it just wasn't really my cup of tea, but this drink was my favorite one in the whole wide world ever. And it's like, so because you didn't like the first drink because of the flavor or whatever, that I went from, because the salmon was great, the crab cakes were amazing, everything was amazing.
Can't get at least 4 stars? Shit.
Exactly. It was a drink, and to me,
shit.
don't get me wrong, I'm a fat kid from Kansas, so I eat, but I don't eat, and I'm not one of those guys like a chef that I can pick up the flavors like you guys did and stuff. I
can't either.
I either like it or I hate it.
Me too.
It's like or hate.
He's got a pretty good palate. I like a lot of stuff. I'm not too snooty on most stuff, but I'm not going to pick out that there was boot in that drink.
Oh yeah, and see, to me, so it's like with all these people reviewing, all those people doing reviews and stuff. To me, it's like I appreciate your review, but you also have to understand your taste buds may be different than yours because you smoke cigarettes or you don't smoke cigarettes, and I do.
Or we're just different fucking people.
Oh yeah, or it's like you and me.
There's people out there that eat pickled cucumbers.
I don't eat you and me. We don't have any taste buds, but these guys have the taste buds. I just know good or bad. That's it. It's like, not for me.
Zombie cucumber.
You guys don't eat zombie cucumbers?
No, do not.
Yeah, I actually call them evil cucumbers.
I just don't accept that pickles exist.
Yeah,
you're not
before that. They're super.
They just don't exist.
There's
no such thing.
You guys are crazy.
All right.
I mean, I don't care if people like them. I don't overly hate them. So they don't exist.
John, our engineer, explained this. Pickles actually don't exist. It's pickling that is a process. There are pickled cucumbers. There are pickled eggs and
pickled sausages.
Okra. But
Pickled
pickles by themselves, that's not a real thing.
It's not. It's
they call them that on the jar.
Is it the juice?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Or is it just the juice?
Well, I don't know. Would pickled cucumber juice taste the same as fermented cabbage juice?
No. I mean, if you put an arm in a jar or a head in a jar, the vinegar's going to taste different.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
It's not vinegar, bud. You're doing it wrong.
Okay.
You're doing it wrong.
But
well, apple cider.
Yeah, there you go.
But all picklery aside.
Well,
just don't serve us pickled drinks.
Top on your pickle deal. He makes some of the best fucking homemade pickles I've had. Over there, we have this.
I'm just gonna believe you.
We have this burger, and he does a spicy pickle on it. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, before when he did it, I was like, man, it's like.
It has to be the featured part of a dish for me because pickles take over everything.
Well, I tell these guys,
they're a very powerful ingredient.
It's a quick pickle, not an actual pickle. Yeah. You know, when you pickle something, you put it in a jar and you pickle it for a longer period of time. This is a quick pickle.
Oh, like a refrigerator pickle.
It's
you boil
a slick pickle.
You boil the gunk and the juice and stuff, and then pour it on whatever vegetable, and then that's your quick pickle. Then immediately put it in the fridge.
24 hours in the fridge.
Don't eat it while it's hot because no one likes a hot cucumber, dude. They're gross.
Well,
cucumbers are just cold. Cucumbers are gross. They dipped them in vinegar to eat them.
I know. Wait till it gets cold. It's so much better, dude. I just like the flavor.
It sounds horrible.
But these guys, they've done some amazing stuff in the kitchen with the cucumbers, like I just mentioned, and some of the food. Honestly, when we started this project, I unfortunately let go one of my chefs before we opened, and I hired Kevin. And I kind of had a menu, and he had kind of the short end of the stick because we were opening. Like I told him, we're opening this day, do or die. And so he had like 3 weeks, and I sent him the menu that I originally had, and he was playing with it, trying to make it more, functional with what we had.
Yeah.
And then also too,
dense.
Very much.
He's also doing what I asked him to do from the get go. Is make sure. Because I had crazy ideas, and he's like, "Man, that's not really cost effective, this, that." So I need him.
You need to be pulled back a little bit.
Oh, dude, it's just like my cocktail. Sometimes it's like,
what it is.
Dude, you got to fucking simplify.
This takes 4 hours to make, David.
They tell me, Kiss, keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I'm the bad cop around almost everybody there.
Same.
Because I shut down their idea almost right. I mean, like that's not cost effective. No, they can't do that. Well,
I do that. So, well, I'm like, okay, so you want a case of truffles, and you're going to use them on one dish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they go bad, and
it makes me look like the negative Nancy, but I'm just trying to keep everyone in line.
Right.
Well, you need
truffles don't go bad.
You need a dreamer and someone to think logical. You need both ends of those stick make every kind of artwork.
The realistic got to calm the dreamer down. Like, you're so creative. I love you. You're so pretty. But hey.
Hey, come on now. So when you went into putting the Forge together, was this your first time as doing your whole thing?
Yes. When I was in Pennsylvania, I did have a coffee business with. I had a business partner. We did a coffee business. I did it was called Muddy Joe's Coffee. We did basically barrel aged coffees. I did a whiskey rum, and I think I did tequila as well. And we did some just really fun stuff. I supplied 4 or 5 different coffee shops. It was a good time. But then coming back to Wichita, I'd been in the bar business here, like I said, 30 years, and I've worked some for Larkspur, Yaya's. I worked at Newport, and just some of the best restaurants in town.
Yeah.
And it was one of those things. I got back to town, and I helped out at Bella Luna a little bit when I got back in town, and then also helped over at Jeremy Wade's place or at Napoli. And then this opportunity came open. November hit, and it was open, and I'm like, man. I was looking at it, I was like, and I talked to a friend of mine, and we decided to go ahead and jump on this project, and he helped me out, and we got it up and going. And the biggest thing was the cleanliness of the place. It was just, we had to do a lot of stuff to the floors, and it was just the cleanliness that was the biggest factor on it to get.
Like the old place would get a lot of. There's an issue.
It was bad, dude.
It was bad.
It wasn't a great ending for that restaurant, unfortunately.
No. And granted,
are they ever? I mean, unfortunately, every restaurant goes away for a reason. I don't
know if it was that reason per se, but why that happened.
Well, if the place is not clean, if a place is not clean, and the restaurant's not there anymore, I mean, Let's not act like those things don't coincide with each other.
Oh yeah,
Right.
You know, it's someone just kind of stopped caring, and when that happens,
You hope. A lot of times when owner's losing a business, shit kind of hits the
oh
a
yeah.
little bit.
So yeah,
He's going for the cherry.
I have to eat the cherry, man.
Oh, dude.
Those cherries are
so
Those
good.
cherries are like $8.50 a
dope.
cherry.
No, we've dropped it down to $4.25.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
we got
okay.
better.
That's half the drink is the damn
Must be
cherry.
buying in bulk. You're buying in bulk.
it's like
here.
you better eat the damn thing.
And I will tell you guys, when these guys came in, I've never seen any more prepared kitchen. So I can tell you from what they brought into the studio today and how ready they were today that I guarantee that kitchen is run like a goddamn.
And I'm amazed to see this on the
stopwatch.
table right now. Like,
Dude, take a
Yeah,
bite of
explain
it.
it.
That's
Yeah, let's
incredible.
explain this a
Kevin,
little
tell
bit.
them what's up. Tell them what's
Yeah.
Well,
up.
that's just basic catering stuff that that.
Yeah, but I mean, but you guys were. I mean, you guys were ready to go. I love
For
a
sure, sure.
They show up 20 minutes early and prepared and ready to go. Always
Yeah,
means a lot
without
to
it.
me.
So these are crab cakes. It's not your traditional run-of-the-mill Maryland crab cakes that you probably see around town and at most restaurants. What they do is they use jumbo lump crab and they do a sautéed crab cake. There's no crust on it. This one we're doing a little bit more old school. So it's a
there's a
deep
breading
fried-
on that.
It's a fried crab cake, and it's still a lot of the same ingredients
John,
that
you
go
wanna
in
come
that
get a
same
piece of this? You wanna
sautéed
try
one,
this?
and then we just do a spicy remoulade on it.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
How's that?
that's great. That sauce.
The sauce is great.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the patty's amazing.
Oh, the crab cake.
Like for real.
Yeah.
Where's Dave at? Dave.
I like that sauce.
Sauce is good?
Yeah, I mean, it's basic, but I like it on this a lot.
I didn't even think about it until,
But the texture on the crab cake is money.
A lot of people try
And
to
this
go like
and this guys
a lemon
and this
thing
guys
on there.
this is them bringing it from their restaurant down the street. It's sitting here in front of our faces while we're breathing on it for 20 minutes, and this shit is still fucking
Oh,
fire.
that's very that's
Oh
that's
man,
killer.
do you want to get a little piece of this?
Yeah,
get
grab
in on
one,
this,
man.
John. Get a little piece. Just fucking. You can just grab one if you want.
Yeah, usually what we do is there's two of them onto a plate.
We'll feed our tech guy. He works
Yeah.
hard.
I got
He's
a
working
lot.
back hard
I brought
for
a
us.
lot of food with me today to do stuff. So trust me, you guys.
How
don't-
good is that texture on
No,
that fried outside?
Yeah.
That's money, dude.
It's very different than usually sautéed crab cake.
And dude, I'm a crab man. I love any kind of crab
Right.
you give me. I ain't gonna lie.
But usually we do two of those to a plate, and with the same remoulade sauce. But that's one of our big sellers for appetizers. Besides carpaccio,
What's that sauce again? It's called
it's
again?
just a spicy remoulade sauce. Remoulade is just kind of a concoction of just different kind of like a aioli with some spices and hot things.
So like
and whatnot.
remoulade, aioli, and mayonnaise.
Well, aioli is a mayonnaise.
We're in a family. You know what I mean? Like
It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
That's money.
Yeah.
eggs and oil.
Eggs and oil, man. That's all it is. That's what mayonnaise is. That's what
Yeah.
aioli is. That's what all that is.
That's what
you
good
know?
mayonnaise is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise is.
It's not Miracle Whip, but you know.
I don't hate Miracle Whip. I don't hate Miracle Whip either. That's the
I
sad
fucking
thing.
hate weird.
I do. I like both.
That's
I
a
eat
whole
some,
nother ball game. I think that's no eggs, just oil. But
That's just like it's preservatives, bro. That's something we can put on a shelf and make it last for 20 years. As long as you don't open it, this shit'll never go bad.
So you know what's crazy, and I didn't notice till now, and this is not on purpose, you guys. I didn't even know it, but you know what's in that remoulade sauce?
Pickles.
There's pickle juice.
Oh,
in
I
there.
guarantee.
There's a lot of pickle juice in
I
there.
guarantee.
So you're like,
Some people use lemon juice.
yeah. Well, we didn't get the actual bodies. We just got the juice. You know.
Oh, you got OJ? Oh,
No, like the pickles,
That's
zombie
juice.
pickles,
Juice.
zombie cucumbers.
Yeah.
And you eat the bodies. You just had the juice. You know.
So I've always heard that pickle juice is like the workout cure.
Well,
You know,
Oh,
and
there
like,
we go.
It does a whole bunch of things.
David's got
Oh, wow.
round number 2.
it's mainly vinegar. You know,
Uh-oh.
vinegar and
Look at
salt,
this.
which is to
Oh,
clean
look
your
at this
sins
bad
out.
What do we have
Look at
here?
this beautiful fucking.
Oh yeah, fancy for sure.
That's a pineapple leaf, if I'm not mistaken.
From the heart of Wichita, where we grow pineapple.
That's right.
It's true.
The pineapple capital of Kansas, really. Yeah.
Wichita is now the new pineapple capital
Of Kansas. Of Sedgwick County.
Man, these guys do it big.
Man, I'm into
They're
it.
putting the pressure on anybody who comes in
I
next
am
time.
into it. It's going to be hard. It's going to
Yeah.
be hard to beat this.
Yeah, it is. It is. So the crab cakes are amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
The crab cakes are amazing. What can we get that for in your bar? Like, what was that?
14.
$10, $14
15,
avatars?
15.
14, but no. Or if you come for happy hour from 3 to 6 o'clock, it's 10.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
You can get a couple of those for $10
I'm in.
all day long.
Yeah.
They're like one of our biggest sellers.
Oh, I
That
see
one,
why. I
and-
see why.
And we've never had like a single complaint about them. That's actually what the reviews are made about, like best crab cakes now.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
I've actually heard.
Really?
I've heard you guys have been. I've heard you guys have. What I've heard from close friends of mine that are super into. Come on, bring it over here. Go and get in there. Go
I'm
and get in
into it.
there.
I'm into it.
But from a lot of my friends, I have a lot of and I appreciate all of them. I have a bunch of friends that are, go out and do shit and get around the town and try new places and are in and about. And I've heard that you guys are killing it. Like the entrees are good, the cocktails are good, but I've heard you're the best app place in town. Is what I've heard almost.
And we only have like 4 or 5.
I know. That's why I was looking on the menu. I was like, crab cakes and sliders and a couple other things. I was like, this is.
You look at other places in town, the bigger boys. Their menus are extravagant now. There's like 10 different items on an appetizer, and then specials to boot.
David, where do you come from on that? Since you're the owner, where do you come from on like the huge menu to like perfecting the great menu, then keeping it?
Let me tell you, when part of the whole project when I opened this with my partner was we were looking, and this day and age, I went to Facebook and I was like, hey, if you guys could open a restaurant, what would it be? And I got, do IHOP, do this, do IHOP, do Waffle House, bring White Castle back. I'm like, okay. I was like, you guys are just morons.
Okay, so I've really toned into the wrong pool here.
so then, someone said something kind of profound and really just hit home was, they said, Dave, I don't care what you do, just have the menu small and be the best.
Simple.
At it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you ever watch professional chefs and professional restaurants, it's not an overwhelming menu. It's just a menu done right.
Yeah.
You can have like some shit you specialize in, and if you got a bunch of great shit, but like don't over exceed. Like a lot of people try to just do too fucking much.
It's also like kind of like restaurant 101. If you're trying to market to a customer, you're going to give them less choices for them to take less time to do that, or just narrow it down. Because you give a huge menu of 100 different items, people are like, oh God, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want?
There's too much.
If you have 10 items there,
see me at the Cheesecake Factory. Jesus
give them
Christ.
less choices. It's
Or
not any worse.
Yeah.
It's just less choices.
Yeah, dude, I did, dude. Fair enough, dude. I went in there the first time and it was just like
it's like 15 pages.
Like, what are you a restaurant of? Like,
and
what do you do well out of that? Out of all that stuff, what do you do?
Thank
really
you.
well?
Like, so that's the same thing I've.
I'll never find it.
Everything I've heard from that place, and we're not here to shit on restaurants, but new show coming up. Aaron and I show shit on shitty restaurants, and they come on the show.
That'd be great.
So
I think it'd be cool.
Let's put that out in the ether so I don't forget. Yeah. But like you hear a place from like that, you don't hear like it's just like, hey, a new place opened and like they got shit.
Right.
They got some stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and like when I go to a place like that, I'll look at the menu and then I'm just like, fuck it, give me a cheeseburger. I get overwhelmed, tired.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
I do the same thing.
Something like that too. I do the same thing too. Like so whatever's like easy.
I remember even going to like Willie C's back in the day.
Don't talk shit about Willie C's.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
this shit's about to get personal.
The menu's big.
I love Willie C's.
I'm just talking when I'm a kid, teenager-ish or whatever. But like, that menu's huge compared. I mean, all of the rest of it, Chili's, all those money.
Yeah, that was a big. That was a big diner menu. It really was a big menu.
And then just end up buying.
I mean, they had everything on the Cisco truck. I mean, their Cisco truck delivery must have been ridiculous.
I have to tell you, you're talking about all these things, with the small menu and stuff, and that was something, I saw when I worked at one restaurant, Larkspur, downtown. The one thing that I was really, he utilizes everything in pretty much every dish. So there's nothing like, if he's not selling this, it's not a big deal because he sold 50 of those. So, he's good to go. He had no waste because he planned the menu right.
It's a well-planned
menu.
Well,
that's a beautiful way to. I mean, that's just smart engineering.
Of a
menu.
Every ingredient should be used a couple times.
Yeah, and
someone got something sitting on the shelf that the fucking the health board is going to come in and ding me for.
You want it gone every time the truck brings more.
I agree with that 100%. But then there's stuff in my area that I just hoard, and I'm like, I might use that later on down the road.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So explain this cocktail before we get too much further.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Okay, this one is kind of a unique cocktail because this is actually one of my mocktails and cocktails.
Oh, really?
I make a lot of our mocktails. We have about 5 or 6 mocktails on our menu. And
explain what is a mocktail.
Mocktail is basically no alcohol, exactly. And when I was out in Philadelphia, I learned a bunch of these base non-alcoholic cocktails because there was a lot of bartenders starting to go to that trend of not drinking.
Right.
And so, it's starting to hit here a little bit. Some of us will not drink or we go on a little hiatus from time to time. But this place, I learned how to do some really cool mocktails and stuff. And this is 2 drinks, but the only difference is one has gin, one doesn't. On our non-alcoholic side, we call this the TIE Fighter. It is sesame seed with coriander. It's got
coriander. Explain that.
Coriander is just a spice.
Okay.
Or maybe Kevin might know a little bit better than me, but I believe
I've never even heard the word before until
today. It's a spice. It's kind of like We'll ask Kevin when he gets back.
If cilantro is allowed to seed, coriander is a seed.
Okay, so you got some insight.
Let's see.
Your palate's
He knows.
This guy.
And then it also has.
You impress me more every day.
I love you.
It's got Thai chili pepper in there. It's got some grapefruit, some.
So are these mocktails or this one's got booze in it?
This one's. Dude. We're here tonight. We're having booze.
Okay.
I guess of the day. So this one here
He's
is
seen
called,
our show and he understands.
with the booze side of it is called One Night in Bangkok.
Nice.
So it's what is the because I will say
It's a gin based cocktail. It's got
Designed to make
aviation
you-
gin, the Ryan Reynolds gin.
oh okay I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. He's got a gin.
We need a booze, a bourbon.
Rumplements. Hey, could we
Peppermint bourbon.
Rumplements sponsor you?
Yeah, right. They don't give a fuck
damn it,
about
that
us.
would
I'm pretty sure there's
Dude,
a
we do
Dan
shots every
Aykroyd
day.
vodka out there
Then
too.
I'd have to drink it all the time. I'd
We
be
buy
happy about
okay.
it.
So for anybody who doesn't know, let me preempt this just a little bit. Every show that we've ever done, 61,
Allegedly.
we have bought at least a 10-pack of Rumplements to start the show. So everyone does a shot of Rumplements.
Looks a lot like that
It
when you
looks
get it from
similar
the
to this
store.
at
Yeah.
your local liquor store.
The single shots.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing is, if you can get 10 of them for like $12, or if you buy one shot, it's fucking $10. Yeah.
The sad thing is that 3 different liquor stores carry those 10 racks for us.
Okay, so that's a thing as well. Why you gotta bring up old shit?
I'm just saying, man.
But and they keep them, and 2 of them now keep them in the freezer for us.
That's what I mean.
But,
Oh, jeez. I think you got them trained.
but I mean, it was a Tuesday thing.
up, guys?
Well, it was a Tuesday thing when we moved the locations a couple times. So we
Yeah,
were at
that's true.
Maggie's for a little while, and then we came to another place. So shit happens. But I would just say we've always done Rumplements, so that's why they're talking about Rumplements. We've always taken it. It's like a show tradition to loosen up the guests. We all have a shot of Rumplements to start the show. And if for all the guests that have declined that shot of Rumplements,
You on a list.
there is a list
You on a list.
that Dave and Kevin are not on.
I hate mint and I hate Rumplements.
He loved
I am
it.
not a
But I
fan.
took it like a champ.
I'm
know,
going
I'm
to sit here and tell you right now, I don't like it either.
What are you guys doing? Like, whoa,
Dude, I had the rumple. I had to chase it with the whiskey. I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now he hates Jameson, and so I think
I
he,
do too.
Really?
I'm a bourbon drinker, but I do not mess around.
I like
with that.
bourbon.
I drink
Irish is-
Jameson.
Irish
It's not my
Firewater,
favorite.
dude.
It's not my favorite.
I'm like part Irish too.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
What do you think, David? You an Irish
bourbon,
whiskey
Irish
man?
whiskey, and rye. I love
yeah,
it.
rye is a whole nother
All
See,
ball.
different- all
especially a
different
dark
things.
rye.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of a few
All
dark
different
ryes.
things.
I'm not a fan of rye or Irish. I mean, I'll drink Jameson when
I mean, if you
the
give me a
mood
bottle,
Last resort.
or when the mood strikes. You know,
I mean, if
or
someone pours me a
something.
fucking shot of James, I'm gonna take it.
Of course, yeah. But
Then what the fuck are we doing?
It's gonna regret it right after that. Like, oh my god, why did I do that?
Exactly. It's kind of like that old, what's the best pizza? Free pizza.
Yeah,
It's free. It's the
that's true.
best.
That's
Yeah, dude, I'll take a Totino's pizza, dude. Fucking, if you burnt it a little bit, even. Oh, you would be that guy with your
Sorry,
fucking phone
man.
on.
I forgot to
so
turn it down.
I want to backtrack just a quick second because I love that you offer this, and we breezed over it a tiny bit. How many different mocktails do you offer at your restaurant?
5 or 6 right now.
And I will tell you that I do see all over the Wichita Food and Booze Market and all over other places, and I will be able to now say your restaurant because I didn't know. But I knew that the Rusty Nail, Whiskey Dicks, and a couple other places do offer non-alcoholic decent cocktails other than your O'Doul's and your like fake beers
Or orange juice and cranberry juice.
yeah.
Right,
So
right.
like there are if you want to get out and have a mocktail, I didn't know the term until now, but I knew that there was a few places, and I'm glad that he's offering that too as well. So that's really cool.
And these are really good. These, yeah.
And for you, you're not a cocktail drinker. I was wanting to see if you like this. This is fucking delicious. For me, this hits me.
Well, I think
This is still sweet for me, but I do like it. Like,
But I think a lot of times, like with this cocktail here, granted, this one's with gin, but in the mocktails, I think the thing that's different, we're using herbs, spices, and everything else to give it some flavor and complexity.
There's a different
where
thing there.
instead of just like some juices, because automatically when you grab this, you're thinking, oh, it's gonna be orange juice. But
I thought rum.
You're thinking rum, orange juice, whatever. But you take a sip and you get that sesame seed and everything there on that finish.
it's just a nice drink.
And it's all been toasted and just amazing. And then you're like, okay, yeah, because you got the lemongrass in there, you
That's
got ginger, you just got all these mixtures of stuff, and it's a great base. And that's what all our mocktails are. We have 5 mocktails, and from those 5 mocktails, we also make 5 cocktails out of them.
So they have a counterpart. They have a
Yes.
So you have the virgin and the alcoholic counterpart.
Okay, I've got This one here is the TIE Fighter. As far as alcoholic, it's one night in Bangkok. We have one that's called a...
So a TIE Fighter's one night in Bangkok. So it's kind of a phrase that all goes together.
Oh, yeah. And then we have Cereal Killer, which is a non-alcoholic. It's cereal like in cereal you would eat because it's got barley and some other stuff in there. But then the alcoholic version's Psycho Killer. Like
Really?
Yeah.
So you get a little fucking Talking Heads song in there.
Exactly.
Psycho Killer. I like that song. It's a cool song, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of their coolest for sure.
And then we have another one that's it's called the Paprika Milk Punch, which is the non-alcoholic. But then we do the alcoholic version, which is Drunk Punch Love.
You are a very intricate
a wordsmith.
He is a very intricate recipe maker.
Yeah.
Like a lot
Drink
of
namer.
thought is put into every fucking ingredient. Even
Yeah,
like it
I
ain't
dig
even it ain't like even each ingredient gets broke down.
Well, and it comes across, man. That's
It does. It comes
delicious.
across real
And,
well.
and that's one of those things like a guy like you that can appreciate the flavors and pick up the notes and stuff. Where me, it's like, I like it.
It's kind of
Yeah, yeah.
annoying, though.
I get a little pineapple juice. I'm
Pretty
good to
good.
go.
Pretty good. I'll take it.
Well, this is. I mean, I drink a lot of cocktails. They're my favorite. I like to have
Yeah.
gin in this, vodka in that, whatever. I'm not a big beer drinker. I like beers too, but like I'm not trying to sit there and get bloated all fucking night. So I like having a little harder liquor, and this is a goddamn great gin drink too. I mean, gin.
Yeah, man.
Wait, there's gin in this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I was thinking rum.
I don't drink gin.
I don't
You
really
are
either.
right now.
You just
You're-
tricked me.
You already
just like
said-
I tricked them with the zombie juice.
Well, I feel like we can trick you on anything. You said you don't drink Rumplemans, you don't drink gin. You're already halfway in.
Oh, I drink bourbon.
I've seen you done
and
it,
lots
so
of
I
vodka,
can't believe anything you
so-
say. He might do what he say he won't do.
Yeah. I don't do that. Oh.
Well,
There's that one time in band camp.
Yeah.
or last night, or
It just depends how many TIE Fighters in Bangkok you have.
That's right.
So you guys like to mix your drinks. We pretty much just go straight. We just do a...
Yeah, let's have a little
Well, I
buffalo.
was just trying to give
that's
you a
how I
little-
treat it.
I love
Well,
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
I was just trying to give you a little
You like
sample of what
Buffalo
we do at
Trace?
the
Hell
restaurant.
yeah.
I dig it,
That's
man.
we need to crack that. That's
Yeah.
for after you guys.
It's one of the only Beam.
I like
Like
these.
if you look at Jim Beam has several other top shelf liquors, and
Yeah.
they're all
The
start
Jim
with a
Beam
B.
Black I like a lot.
There's Booker's.
You guys hearing-
There's Booker's. There's
Oh, really?
Bakers.
Sirens?
There's Basil
You're right,
Hayden.
too.
Those are all B words. Basil Hayden, Booker's, Bakers. Those
That's
are
all the same.
Those are all
factory?
Jim Beam
That's all-
products.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I knew
And
that.
they're top
I knew
of
that.
shelf,
I did
but
know
they're
that.
also the B.
Well,
But
they
Buffalo
but
Trace
still,
isn't.
Well,
But
I
that's
will tell you
great.
that Basil
Great.
Hayden, they were bought by Jim Beam.
Yeah,
like they were
Well,
their own
most
product.
of that, yeah, just like Four Roses.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the company that owns most of.
Yeah, Four
those
Roses is good
conglomerate
shit
and
though
whatnot,
too.
yeah.
I like
Guess what?
it.
The only two that aren't really owned by anybody is what Jack Daniels, because it's
Well,
it is what it is,
But like
And
Sky
Buffalo Trace,
Vodka, I
yeah.
think
and
is
then
the na-
Woodford.
Yeah, oh yeah, Woodford.
Woodford's
yeah.
on reserve. Yeah.
Well, fucking Buffalo Trace is 1 year older than the goddamn America. It was founded in 1775.
So, seriously?
Yeah, it's 1 year older than
Buy
the,
a buffalo named Trace.
It is literally
Guy on a
it is literally the
buffalo.
oldest. It is literally the oldest. Unless Joe Rogan lied to me, and if he did, fuck him. And this is where I got this fact from. It is the oldest American company ever. It actually precedes the fucking
Do we need to
Constitution.
Google this? Google it.
What's it say on the
Hey.
bottle? What's it say on the bottle?
It says it on the fucking bottle. You can get it off the bottle. Yeah. It's one.
Maybe you can read, man. I
it's-
need glasses. so.
It is literally 1 year older than in America. It is the oldest whiskey.
You know, you
So
think
it's
they would put it on
1775?
there.
Yeah, 1775.
There it is.
Awesome.
There it is. Yeah.
Because
And you find it quick. Yeah.
Says it right there.
It says it. I mean, it's quick. You find it quick. It's on the fucking bottle.
Where they discovered that? Because there's no
Kentucky-
buffalo in fucking
Kentucky River.
But there's no buffalo there.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, in it.
on Plymouth Rock, there was
Well,
a
and I'm
buffalo
sure,
waiting
and I'm
right
sure
there,
that
man.
I'm sure that.
Present day
Hey,
Frankfurt.
Okay, I'll sweat this fucking fact. We think of the Mayflower as like a ton of fucking people came over. Guess what? There was 100 people on the Mayflower, and 50 of them died in the first
it
winter.
was like 25 people.
Like 50 people showed up on that motherfucker. So like we boated motherfuckers across the ocean long before we were making a country. So like there was some probably 10 years where they were establishing whiskey over there because the first thing white people do is going to figure out how to get fucked up.
Yo. Especially when we just showed
Yeah,
up in a new land with
Yeah,
nothing
how
to
do
do.
we get fucked up? Oh, you guys got peyote and we great. We gonna steal all your land and take that.
This place ain't got no casinos.
And you got some corn.
Yeah,
and
you
let's
got
go.
corn. How can we mash this shit? We gonna make it. We gonna make whatever we can.
We're gonna make some whiskey.
There's no casinos, no nightclubs.
Yeah,
we gotta do something about
Yeah,
this.
we gotta do. You can finish this off if you want.
I am down.
Go ahead. I know you was waiting to. Go ahead. Finish that.
He's
off.
like, man,
God, those are
so they're too long.
No, it's fine.
shit. I'd eat that tomorrow if it's still set on this table. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you like crab cakes, if that's your bag, I like it. Crab, lobster, scallops, shrimps. Those are like
scrimps.
Those oysters and oysters are really about the only thing I don't get
Oysters
down.
and clams.
Yeah, clams I like a little bit, but oysters I can't get down with too much because basically
mussels.
Mussels, a little bit of good mussel soup. I can like it, depending on the texture, has to be real good, and if they cleaned them. Because when that shit's really gritty, I taste it. When that grit's in there and you like get that sandy bites.
No, you don't taste it. You feel that shit.
Yeah, like it's
you don't taste. You feel it.
Yeah,
that's
fair
the
enough.
clams for me. They end up gritty sometimes.
Yeah, so those are the things I kind of avoid a little bit. But the rest of that stuff, like, so if you guys like a good crab cake, I'm not gonna lie to you, Forge ICT is killing it with that. I'd love to get. I mean, this is down the street.
I think Kevin's plating up our steak over there. We brought a little steak action.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what it's looking like.
So
I could be wrong.
So what was the main directive of the restaurant when you were going to open it?
I'm a fat kid from Kansas, man. Come on now, meat and potatoes, shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, because we said I read that you kind of wanted to do like a chop house type of thing.
Well, I originally started like when I threw out that question, then I was like, you know what? After they told me simple this and that, and you know, I got back to town. One of my best friends took me out to eat, and we went to a restaurant that, I'm not. Please don't take it. I'm talking crap about it, but I love that restaurant. I love the owner. He's an amazing man. But we went to dinner there. It was $160 for the two of us. We had.
Oh my God.
We both had a steak, a salad, and a bottle of wine.
Where'd you go? We can say it. Where'd you go?
Larkspur.
Yeah, okay.
Larkspur. And like I said, I've known Ty Isa, who owns it, for years. Great man. I learned a lot from him coming up through the ranks and stuff, and absolutely just an amazing guy. But, you know, when I went there for that steak, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest steak I ever had. It was an all right steak. Nothing really special. You know, and Ty, you know, like I said, he's always been consistent this night, but it was mashed potato with a little, you know, veggie on the side, which, you know, it is what it is. But for $106, you're like, damn, you know, I feel like I got a little screwed here.
And that's your market here in Wichita. Going to feel that same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so to me, it was like, you know, I was like, you know what? You have two choices in Wichita. Yaya's, Larkspur, Newport, Chester's. That you're going to spend at least, for two people, at least $100 minimum, if not more.
Depending on how much you drink. I mean, really.
Yeah, exactly.
You're spending $140 to $60 per entree, and then you're gonna.
And so you're
anything in after that. If you got a girl that likes wine and shit, you might be in.
Oh yeah. and so you know,
might be in deep with that motherfucker.
So then I was like looking at like, okay, then the other option is Texas Roadhouse, like the Longhorns,
yeah,
like Logan's, who's not even open anymore. And I'm like, okay, me personally, that shit gives me anxiety. Fucking, I can't go into that place.
I don't want someone dancing next to me while
I don't want someone dancing. I don't want I have two daughters. I love them to death, but I don't want all these little kids running around me. That just gives me. I'm just like, someone watch your fucking kids, please.
Yeah. My kids sit at the table and eat with me when they go with me. I don't.
Oh, they're not. Dude, I've got two great kids. You know, my oldest is 24. She works at Amazon during the day, and then she comes over and washes dishes at the restaurant at night. Great kid. My 12-year-old. Great kid, but doesn't eat worth a shit. You know, her choices are McDonald's, macaroni and cheese.
Oh, she got no palate.
Oh, no. She eats like 5 things, and
I got a son that's this way.
And the worst thing is, okay, you guys peanut butter and jelly. You guys eat peanut butter and jelly?
I mean, I ain't never scared of a PB and J.
Okay, my oldest daughter never eaten a PBJ in her life.
Won't even try it.
Nope,
Not even a bite.
Nope.
Not even one bite.
And then my youngest, she'll eat them, but only if her grandma makes the jelly.
What? Is it grape jelly?
No, it's strawberry.
Oh, fuck off.
Strawberry jelly is the best, man. We're like,
dude.
Oh, come on.
Whoever likes grape is a psycho.
All right, let's pull the room.
I've been on the Nutella and strawberry.
No, we're pulling the room. We're pulling the room. There's 5 of us in here, right? Okay, so we got a tiebreaker.
I'm going strawberry.
Strawberry?
So when you guys hear PB and J, you hear fucking strawberry jelly? That's not even real, bro.
Yeah.
There we go. 3.
Yeah, you are
out. John, what's your guess?
Doesn't matter. You said 5.
Yeah,
strawberry
4-1, bro.
4-1. So that makes you a fucking oddball.
Fair enough. Pulling the room was not a great idea.
Not for you today.
So
retract that one. I'll retract that.
Can we bring 10 more people in here and try that again? But for the most part, when I think of PB&J, and when anybody draws one or puts one on screen, ain't no fucking strawberry jelly in that motherfucker. It's great, man. What are you guys talking about?
That's
Oh my
plum.
God, look at that, man.
Oh no, this is my. Okay, this sandwich. Here,
Okay, explain.
I have to
Explain.
get
We'll get off.
credit.
We'll get off the. Oh, this is yours.
There's no fries.
I have to get. Okay, this one doesn't have fries in, but typically we do have fries in this bad boy. This sandwich. This sandwich
Nice.
was created by my friend Jason Fabrez, who ran a
Oh, yeah.
chef and all that stuff.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
guy.
His name
I've
sounds
known-
familiar, but-
I've known him for years. He's been on Food Network. He was on Bar Rescue, Food Fighters. Great guy.
Yeah.
Well, he created this sandwich about 8-9 years ago. I fell in love with the thing. Typically, it is on the bread like it is, but let me start over. This is called the Pepito. It's Pepito. It's basically a Venezuelan style street sandwich. They wrap it up in foil. You walk around and eat it. It comes in the bun, but then it has chimichurri sauce, a lime cilantro sauce, and it has steak and onions with arugula, pico de gallo, and they stuff it with French fries with cheese on top of it.
It's the whole meal.
Yeah, it
sounds amazing.
Right
It's
there.
the meal deal. Now, because of just not having a fryer and everything here, we did this without the French fries.
Yeah, gotcha.
But I'm going to tell you right now, this is by far.
All right, I'm going in. I'm going
Dude,
in.
you got to go in.
I'm going in.
So you got to go and get you some of this.
I'm going
That's
in.
it.
I got to move this because I'm gonna make a mess.
Oh, yeah. This is absolutely. Is it John? John, Jason. Yeah. John, come and get you a piece. You got a piece? Mm-hmm. All right.
I gave him a whole one.
Oh, he got a whole one. Damn, you see how Kevin does? He gives the sound guy the whole one.
Well, he's not on camera. I can. Okay,
Keeps me from yelling in the background too.
That's
my
true,
favorite
that's true.
fucking part.
Yeah, keep doing that.
So you got the steak in there. It's basically the same steak we use. It's a prime rib, shaved, with the pico de gallo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we come classy. We even bring napkins. Come on now.
I'm telling you, these guys are prepared.
But no, the sandwich, you get the crunch, the outside of the crust of that bread. Then you got that soft center, and just perfect. Then you got that chimichurri sauce in there that these guys make. It's phenomenal. Then you have that lime cilantro aioli on the other side, and then you have the
Pico de gallo.
arugula, pico de gallo. It's just an absolutely amazing sandwich. And like I said, before I opened, I called Jason. I was like, "Hey man, I want to use your sandwich." He's like, "Okay." And that's how.
So was
cool.
he selling this sandwich somewhere else, or no? It's just
No, he had it at when he owned Taste and See with Stephen Bocci. They
I
owned
remember.
that.
That's where I remember him from.
And so he did that sandwich there, and I fell in love with it. And so I moved back to town. I was like, "Hey, can I use that sandwich?" He's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Thank you so much because this is one of my favorites." And the thing I love about these kitchen guys that I have too that work for me and everything is the food and stuff. A lot of it was my ideas, and by no means I'm not, like I said, I'm a chef. I can kind of play with stuff, and I'm dangerous enough in my own kitchen. But I told these guys, hey, this is what I like to do, and they came up with all these things, and I couldn't ask for a better representation of the sandwich or execution. Everything that they've done, they've done a great job.
So what? I'm loving the sandwich without the fries. What kind of fries do you put on the sandwich?
I can totally get it with the fries. Though.
Oh, I know with the fries, it would soak up all that.
I understand that.
Oh, soak up that.
They're battered fries also, so it's like kind of like Spangles or
Oh, so a little crispy, like a
Or
zesty
have you
fry.
ever been in Norton's? Those fries?
Yeah.
Just
those
like
fries.
those.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say there ain't a fucking fry on earth I don't like.
Yeah, man, I'm with you.
I take a potato wedges to tater tots, baby. I like them all.
Don't you also do a truffle oil on it?
Yeah, there's truffle oil on it. We do white truffle oil on it.
When you do the fries, you do.
Yeah, and also we shave Parmesan Reggiano over it, and then we hit it with diced chives as well.
Yep. I would say
And that's
try
what
the
usually goes
Pepito.
on this sandwich as well, additionally.
That's money, dude.
But it's a big boy. Once you get the fries in there and everything.
So when you get the whole that's probably like
Everything that you had on there.
8-inch sandwich plus the fries
inside.
What
like how when you put chips in.
So that's an entree. That's an entree right now.
That's for our lunch menu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's a good.
That's
one.
great.
Yeah, right. You gonna kill the last?
And it's a whole concept. Of
Go
the
ahead.
thing.
You can kill the last.
You let
one.
me kill the crab cake. You can kill that one.
All right, I'll kill this one.
We'll trade on and off.
All right, man. That Forge ICT got it on lock.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We're gonna have to still have his fucking sandwich. That's what we're
Oh,
gonna do.
yeah, we gotta feed him. We don't pay him nothing.
How's this guy?
We don't pay him.
we don't. You're right. We don't pay him. Yeah,
So if anybody comes in and has food, feed the guy.
yeah, that's it.
Feed him.
Give him at least a sandwich, and he's quieter. I mean, that's the best part. Hey, where we at time wise, John? Why we're
About 50 minutes.
Oh, good. We got plenty of time.
Yeah, the sandwich is fucking tits.
Oh, dude, and I'm going to tell you, from your ingredients and your sauces and your drinks and to your entrees and sides and everything, you guys really don't let one ingredient slip away. You know, that's what I'm getting. Like, they put some thought into every little piece of it.
Well, you know, a lot of that has to do with.
And I'm not even a huge tomato pico de gallo fan.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you right now. This, like I said, when I ate this, it took me back to when Jason made the first time. Because I would eat his 3-4 times a week. I love that fucking sandwich.
Yeah, I get it.
So when they did this one, I was like, God, this is so fucking good. It took me back to that time.
And it's really cool because you're basically introducing a Venezuelan concept.
Oh, yeah.
Really. The idea of the pepito is the thing. It gets your mind going after that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, after I had that sandwich, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. It's like a Venezuelan burrito or something. You know, it's like that meal on the run.
When we opened
I totally get it. I get it.
When we opened up our lunch menu,
Mm.
our lunch menu consists of a Philly cheesesteak, the pepito, right now we had originally a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, but we took it off the menu and replaced it with a chicken banh mi.
Oh, yeah.
What is that? What is that? Sorry.
Chicken banh mi, it's a Vietnamese style chicken. It's got cucumber.
It's like a French sandwich, really.
It's got cucumber on there, and it's got pickled carrot and cabbage in it.
Oh, I just realized I do like the pickled and carrot.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely.
That's the pickled thing I dig.
It's absolutely amazing. And then they finish it off with a little bit of oregano, or no, cilantro. But it's absolutely amazing. And then we have our signature smash burger. It's a steak burger, 2 patties smashed down. It's absolutely. Oh god.
Oh, what's this?
Oh crap.
Oh, here comes.
Sorry guys, I fucked up.
Did you forget the chimichurri sauce?
Didn't bring enough chimichurri.
Oh shit! I know. I guess I'll just have to eat this on, guys. You know.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin your experience.
So explain that. What you guys got a
Well, this here, what we got here tonight, this here is one of our signature #1 selling steaks at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
It is our Churrasco steak. Typically, it has a chimichurri sauce across the top with our mashed potatoes here, asparagus, and the Churrasco steak. It's absolutely freaking amazing. We've sold, this is our #1 selling item right here.
What is this?
For
Buffalo.
you.
Oh,
So
shit.
take a bite, enjoy it. This is
Yeah.
amazing. I want to steal this piece right here.
I'm totally
Yeah,
down.
usually
I'm still on asparagus to start
Yeah.
this bad boy.
we do those asparagus. Those like
Look at these asparagus, guys. Jesus.
Yeah.
No, you had a whole sandwich.
Yeah,
You don't
go
get
for it,
any of
man.
this, John.
Usually, so what we do is that's lemon asparagus, citrus grilled asparagus, and then our mashed potatoes. We use red potatoes, but then I also make a compote butter that goes on all of our steaks, and it's lemon, thyme, rosemary,
Garlic.
roasted garlic, confit garlic that we confit in house as well. These are all fresh herbs too. Lemon zest, salt, pepper, and we make that compote butter. Then we use that compote butter in our mashed potatoes too as well.
I love that you guys do a skin-in mashed potato too.
Oh
I like
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
home
oh, yeah.
style. We don't even use we use old school masher for this. Like,
That's what I got in my house
dude.
still, baby.
You know, it's
That's
so,
what makes
so
the
that you
best.
know that they're home
Well,
style.
I also
They're
use
made
that
in-house.
motherfucker to smash my spatula to make hamburgers too. That
Exactly,
thing
yeah.
works. That thing that does. What they only needed for that thing was a special place in the kitchen because it really don't fit in the drawer too well.
No.
That's the one thing that you're gonna fight in and out of that fucking drawer.
We're also so small in the spaces that we have in that kitchen. It's the smallest kitchen I've ever worked in, you know, and I've worked in big kitchens and whatnot, but it's just, it's astronomical how small it is. So we don't have room for much. But also, you know, it is, some things are done better that way instead of using a big stand-up Hobart mixer, you know, which we can't fit anywhere in there. There's no possible way if we wanted to. And instead, we have to find out ways to do it like this, which are do lead up in the end kind of be better in some ways, you know.
Well, it's a little more like you have to put more into it. Like you're more hands on. It feels
nice and easy.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes. Yeah.
I mean, that's what people notice in a restaurant. I think they notice that shit.
Yeah, I want a texture on them. I don't like the whipped. Like,
I mean, I'm gonna sit here and say there ain't a bad mashed potato out there, but I do
They're different, though.
Yeah, there is,
Fuck
man. If
up.
you over whip them and they turn to glue,
Yeah.
this guy knows all about it. However, no. One day I just didn't give a
that
shit on
steak
the
is
family
seasoned
meal and
perfectly.
kind of just turned
Dude,
it
one day
into
he
glue.
didn't give a shit. I was like, I'm gonna fucking. I was like, He made wallpaper. That's what he made.
It was
He
like
made
wallpaper glue. It was for family meals, for the servers. Who cares, you know?
Yeah, if you're doing like the whole.
Sure, they did.
Well, I mean, I had a lot going on that day. already.
That day, you just make the gravy. Just make the gravy better that day.
Yeah.
He didn't even make gravy.
Oh, come on.
And then they'll make an Italian dish without garlic bread. It's like, what the fuck?
So what happens on the days that you make bad mashed potatoes? You just make the gravy a little better.
Well, they're not for the public. They're for the servers and
They're for staff.
the staff.
So he
you
gives
know.
the staff the shitty
Staff
stuff.
family meal.
Right, come on.
Well, that's what they get, you know.
You get what you get. If it's free, I'll take it. I mean,
eat
honestly.
beforehand, or you come in and I'll turn slop into stroganoff. You know, whatever you want, bro. But not that day.
That day he turned fit into shit. I'm like, it's okay. I'm not
So that's
eating
amazing.
it.
Yeah.
So obviously, you got to get out to the Forge ICT.
Yeah.
So what are some other things on the menu besides the steak and the crab cakes and the sandwich
So-
that we had today? Can you kind of explain the whole menu to us? Give
Yeah,
us a
we
little
can do
rundown.
that.
Well,
You know,
let me cut you off real quick. I'm sorry,
Sure,
Kevin.
sure.
One of the things that we have that's amazing and I love is our tomahawk pork chop.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
This thing's dope.
But this week at Forge, we do have a tomahawk ribeye, which is absolutely amazing. We got that in the other day. And
Freaking huge. You want
Oh, really?
yeah, he's got a picture, man. For sure.
Yeah.
And it is
Well,
huge.
And
this
send
show
that to
won't
us,
be out
so-
till next Thursday.
Post it. It's okay. It's
We'll
okay.
still post it. We'll still post it.
But this ribeye is so big, you know, it's holding up next to me, so you can get a reference of how big this damn thing is.
I love a good ribeye too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that's nice. That is nice.
It's like
I mean, you guys, we're cutting this steak with a fork here today.
Did
Easily.
you get a picture with my pants down? What the hell? They're all like, "Oh Jesus!"
Congratulations.
Yeah, dude. Here's a picture of this ribeye, and it's just you with your pants down. Like, okay, well, that was a good setup.
Well, you got me.
Well, you got me. You got me on that one pretty easily. So, do you guys kind of change with what the market has available? So,
Not really. For now, we didn't really choose those kind of marketable items or marketable price items for the meantime. Just seasonal for the most part. It will get into some things like that, I imagine, but not right now. We're trying to stay within a budget within that for the customer. For that per
well,
se,
and it
you
makes
know?
it easier for to know what people expect. Like Wichita people come in, find what they like, boy, and they stick with it.
So-
I know motherfuckers that have ate the same thing at every
So
restaurant.
staying within a budget, man. How much is your tomahawk? Ribeye?
The ribeye, the pork chop, $29.
And the ribeye.
We haven't
that one's
really,
probably some
we
price.
haven't-
That's probably pricey.
We just
too.
Well,
got
I
him.
bet.
We just got him in. We haven't really just.
I would
established
expect
price
about
yet on it.
$75 for
Oh no,
a tomahawk.
No,
ribeye.
we're gonna be
No, it'll be way less than that.
way
Really?
less than that.
Yeah.
We're gonna be probably about, I'd say somewhere between 40 to 50.
I'll be in there. I'll be there.
And
That's what.
I'll be
I mean,
there.
honestly, that's not a bad price.
no. When you're considering that same ribeye, it's the same. It's a USDA prime. It's the best steak you can get out there. It's the same stuff they're using at Chester's. And
That's what I'm
Chester's-
saying. About $75 is what
Well,
where my
Chester's
head
they're charging.
went.
Well,
I
they
think
do-
they're charging 80.
They do.
Probably.
They charge. I used to work over at Chester's for a long time, and they do a 22-ounce cowboy ribeye. You know, with the bone in and whatnot.
yeah.
Those are the shorter bones. They're about that big. This one has the extravagant bone. They didn't cut them all the way down. You know,
That's what
for
she said.
whatever. You know, but they are actually the bigger.
Yeah,
cut of the
I mean,
bigger
the
bowl.
one is. I mean, the one is like a goddamn. Like it's
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
We went to. We had a place in Omaha. I can't remember the name of the place, but my buddy he got the big tomahawk ribeye. That motherfucker was like $120.
Did you say it was Omaha?
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
man.
it was.
Yeah,
It
we
was
actually
probably
use
from
Omaha. We actually use Greater Omaha meats, so that's actually
It
could
wa-
be a
yeah, and
factor
it
in
was.
that
What was
too.
I can't remember the name of the fucking place, but it was the place was nice.
Yeah.
It was. When we our 10-man, our 11-man crew spent like 3 G's in that spot.
Right.
but
Oh yeah, you know, and that's like Kevin was saying though. All our meats come from Greater Omaha. All our steaks are certified Angus beef. It's just
Dude,
right there, the top 2/3,
It's really good.
and it's absolutely amazing. You know,
dude, everything we've had has been top-notch prepared, and these guys really put in some thought to everything they're doing down there.
Well, and I will say that all the flavors work together, and it's pretty
Those are our biggest
pretty well
sellers.
thought out thing you did actually.
Like
You know
for,
what I mean?
I think for our
That was
you
a
know-
3-course meal with 2
Yeah.
drinks.
now we got dessert still.
Yeah, there's still got more. We still got more. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
And this
Shit,
guy,
I thought we was done. All right.
on this year, we ain't never done on this show.
Hey, I thought you guys were fat kids like me.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Shit,
No, like
your
for-
guys' mashed potatoes are great too.
Yeah, like those ones are dope now.
Texture's really good.
And I'll tell you right now, guys, we're even getting like a DoorDash version / we've been sitting here talking and letting it chill. Like this food, I guarantee you, in this restaurant, this is still a 10 out of 10 for us on everything we've tried. Imagine getting it fresh off the grill with all their amenities ready to go.
Yeah.
I can't appreciate you guys. This shit has been great.
You
so
didn't
far.
even have it on the full version, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you guys bringing any version of it to us. So far, it's been absolutely amazing. So far.
That's kind of how I prefer it, though. To be honest, like on a date, I would do that right there. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
Sharonsko-
buy the appetizer, split it.
Yeah.
Buy the salad, split it. Buy the thing, split it.
Shit, I ain't never.
That way we like going.
You got girls that'll split it with you, or men that'll split it with you, or anybody?
Yeah,
I can't remember the last time I got a split, let alone a free meal.
Nah, but the difference is
I'm too ugly. Every meal
the
I go
difference
on,
is
I pay
you,
for.
the difference is we're
double.
splitting.
Yeah, shit, double. Yeah,
We're tasting more of the menu that way, though. That's why I like that.
Oh, yeah, you
Fair
know,
enough.
You know what I mean?
You can get more items and be like, oh, hey, let's share.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Let's
a big,
go try this
Okay,
restaurant.
so
I'm talking about let's try the damn restaurant.
unless it's a sharing type of food, I'm not gonna try your steak and shit though.
Well, there's a.
Like if it's sushi, it's a different story, you know. But like,
Yeah,
like-
I kind of agree with you. It's like, if it's on my plate, it's my goddamn food.
yeah,
it's mine.
Mine too, kind of like if I ordered that meal, I don't really expect any of y'all to touch it. Like we're sharing this here, but if I ordered that, like I wouldn't want my girlfriend touching that shit. Get the fuck off!
It's like, you should order the same goddamn thing.
What we do a lot, and a lot of servers ask for, and a lot of people
Split it.
ask for, is they'll ask for it to, like, they'll buy 2 dishes, and they'll ask them, hey, will you cut it in half, put half on this plate, half on that
Okay,
plate, so you get half
I didn't
and
know
half
that was a
of it.
thing.
That way you
God, you're
that way you're
right.
still
Oh,
at the
Oh,
boundaries.
that's a
of
dickhead
what-
request. It seems like to the
you're
kitchen.
just doing half on this
But
plate,
I know
half
when
on
you,
the other,
but
half on this
I
plate,
mean,
half on the
you're
other.
talking real cute about it
Yeah.
right now. But I know when
No,
you
I
see
do
that
it all
ticket
the
go,
time.
you like this
Like,
motherfucker.
God damn it.
Oh, man, I'm
I got
past
to
those
plate
days.
twice as much now.
I'm past those days. I started having
Dude,
children
he knows
and
what I'm saying.
realized,
This
oh,
movie.
Hey,
that's
that's why we
tougher.
charge for that shit.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't know that was an option. That's kind of a cool idea, though. If
Yeah,
you
that
wanted
is.
to double try it, or just try that next time.
I just
Come
like
in
it. That way we end up
come
with
in
like
again.
a 4-course.
Right.
If you the thing is with me, okay, so if me and you go to a restaurant together, and I ordered that and you ordered the sandwich, and both of them look good, and I'm happy with what I got, but your shit look really good. Guess what? I'm just gonna come in again and then get that.
I used to date this girl. She would always take a bite of my shit. I'm like, if you want it, you should have
Bitch,
it. Damn it.
try it next time. Shit.
It's like, fuck.
I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
It's like, I don't want your goddamn thing. I would have ordered if I wanted it.
Yeah,
Dang it.
exactly.
It's a gauge on a date on how close we can share. It's a sharing barometer.
Well, I guess
maybe.
do we have any more spheres over there? I would love them.
Maybe,
Ice
maybe
spheres.
not. It may have melted, but
well, I'll go see
go
it.
take a look.
Ice
I'm gonna investigate. Yeah, I just like hers. Yeah, I just want
Oh yes. So tell me about this dessert coming up. Do you know about it, or is he?
Yes, this is
surprised
our. This was made. We used to make all our desserts in house, and these guys were working so many hours. I was like, let's go ahead and get this
We still do.
cheesecake.
Oh wow!
Well, no,
there it
we
is.
we make a lot of our desserts, but we don't
we
make the
used to, too.
cheesecakes.
It was just one that we used to nominate.
That looks amazing.
Now, this one here is made by Extraordinary Cheesecakes. Jack Feist owns it with his daughter. Quick little story on them is Jack's daughter has celiac, so she can't have gluten. So they went to some
wow.
places in town and tried to find a cheesecake, and honestly, they all sucked. So Jack made these. It is a gluten-free cheesecake.
Amazing.
The sponge, what they use for the crust is a non-gluten.
So they're not using like graham cracker crust and shit.
They're using a
gluten-free.
sponge cake, gluten-free sponge cake for the crust.
So yeah, it's a Genovese.
So we have a local
sponge.
person that was wanting to find a gluten-free cheesecake.
Yep.
Could not find one worth a shit. Made their own.
Yep.
And now it's featured at the Forge ICT.
ICT,
What a
we
fucking great story that is.
And we have 3 of his cheesecakes. He has this one that he makes for us.
Well, guys,
this is
slice
here,
me up a piece of this. I can't wait to try.
This
it.
here,
just
grab a
dig
fork,
into
dig into it.
So-
This one here is our whiskey old fashioned cheesecake. It does have it has a little bit of
I love
whiskey
it.
in
I
there.
love it.
Jenna, look out! Jenna's butthole just puckered a little.
Right, so what's the swirl I'm seeing hidden under
That's
there?
the old-fashioned part of it. So
Okay.
he makes a lot of different kinds of cheesecakes, and we have an old-fashioned, a red sangria, and an amaretto sour.
I'll tell you right now, that
So-
amaretto sour is stupid.
Amaretto
good.
sour is sick. It's off the chain, man.
You're speaking this man's language.
Yeah.
He loves a little.
We put those
Amaretto
amaretto cherries on there too, but it's an amaretto. It's an old fashioned. The same flavors are put into that swirl, and I kind of asked for him to put that swirl into it with it. So
John, you wouldn't like it, man. I'm just saying, you probably wouldn't like it.
and it's gluten.
That is a gluten-free cheesecake, huh?
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
He only uses top-notch ingredients. It's
And give me the maker again.
his name's
believe-
Jack Feist.
Jack Feist.
Okay.
He works for Ben and Keith, but he has this cheesecake business with his daughter. He supplies us. We go through almost 3 cases.
So we got a local cheesecake maker in town. I didn't even know about that.
That's amazing.
Dude,
Jack
dope.
Feist.
And he does.
Am I saying his name correct?
Yep,
Yeah,
Jack
He
Feist.
just does crazy. Most of his cheesecakes are alcohol based. Like this one has Maker's Mark in it. Maker's or Bullet. Then his amaretto has real amaretto in it. The red sangria had wine in it.
Nice.
So everything he makes has alcohol in it.
We should get you guys a little bit in touch with Jenna. We have another dessert maker that's come onto our show who alcohols bundt cakes like a motherfucker. And she's made an old-fashioned bundt cake. She make rum bundt cakes and all kinds of shit.
So she actually wants to do a show. Check this out, okay?
Yeah.
She wants to-
Can I cake it? Or some
No,
shit.
will it cake?
Will it cake, yeah.
Will
I
it
knew,
cake?
I knew it was like...
So the idea is we're sitting around and we have a cocktail. Yeah, and then then she tells us how she plans to make this cocktail
into a drink or
into a cake.
Oh man.
Okay, that's raw.
And then she tries it for the first time on air. You know what I mean? There has to be some fails for it to be authentic.
You know,
know
and
what I
what's
mean?
amazing about this woman is, okay, she goes, all right, Aaron and Austin, what you guys, everybody kind of sees that we kind of been touring the town doing old fashions, so they know that me and Aaron love old fashions. So she's like, I can do an old fashioned cake, and she goes, what's your favorite cake? And I just yelled out first, carrot cake, because carrot cake is my first.
Same.
You're serious?
I love carrot cake. I always have.
Out of all the fucking cakes out there, you pick fucking carrot cake?
That's
dude?
that's my favorite, bro. That's why they make them. There's guys out.
That's
There's
crazy,
people out there
man.
like
Yeah.
me buying carrot cakes.
You know, that's crazy.
Well, like a carrot cake with cream cheese icing, other than cheesecakes, have been my favorite.
don't get me wrong, they're great, but
They're pretty good.
It's my favorite. It really is.
Favorite ever.
have you
Yeah.
had all the cakes?
I have, and you can tell I've tried some cakes. But the thing is, and she goes, "All right, well, let's try a carrot cake old fashioned." And she fucking made one
She
and
delivered,
brought it
man.
in. She didn't even try it. She fucking hit it out of the park. And she like I said, that show, Can I Cake It or Will It Cake?
Will It Cake.
Will It Cake.
I like Can I Cake It? That sounds
I
awesome. I like
Cake It?
that. Can I Cake It?
Can not kick it.
I mean, whatever. They're all good. You know, it's all your content's better than your name, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So that you have a local vendor making your
Doing
cheesecake
stuff
is
like
badass.
that, that's amazing.
Fucking amazing. That was
and
really
it's,
good.
It's superb, man. He does a really good job on all that stuff.
Gluten free or whatever. Like,
Well, I
that's
just
good.
you didn't even have to tell me that part of it. I mean, it just was
Yeah,
a
who
good
cares
cheesecake
about
by
It would have
itself.
been great on its own.
Yeah.
So, what I like is that he was inspired by like, man, all these gluten-free cheesecakes suck ass. I'm just gonna make
Well,
one.
I asked him today too. I asked him, I was like, "Hey, Jack, what one do you want me to take over to the podcast?" He was like, "Well, I don't really try to cater to women or whatnot, so bring the old-fashioned one over there."
No, he
Instead of the
made
Amaretto
the right
sour.
choice.
Oh, he nailed it. He's almost like he watches our show.
Jack, yeah. Jack, based on that decision, you are welcome on the show.
So how many you feature a few of his?
We have 3 of them. We have
of
the
them.
like I said, our sangria, this one, and then the amaretto sour.
Do you do any other desserts at your place, or is
We
that
have a house-made creme brulee, which they make with coriander.
No.
It's got nutmeg, and
Nutmeg,
cinnamon.
cardamom,
Oh,
and
cardamom.
cardamom, cinnamon.
I know. I love how you're like, no. It's
coriander. Yeah. We tried some weird ones at first. And
Oh
they
god,
kind
I
of
tried
work.
some really fucking weird ones.
Kind of work.
So are you constantly?
That's how you know, though.
I know we
Yeah.
kind of asked this question, but so you have your menu now. We're in it 2 months. How long are we in?
Weeks,
Getting close to
6 or
2
7
months.
weeks. I want to say. Yeah.
So how are you guys ever trying to experiment? Because I can see that in you, David. You obviously are a big
Dude,
experimenting
soon,
machine.
soon as I get done with the cocktail menu, I start playing with another one. Yeah. Because I tell these guys in the kitchen, like I was told one time, your brain is your limitation. Whatever you can think of, as long as it's reasonable in price and we're not, and we can justify the price, go ahead and do it. I want to continuously push things. And to me, as an artist, either musician or whatever, you get bored doing the same damn thing over and over.
Yeah,
you
man.
play.
I think that's good for your staff. I think that's a good business model just to help your staff out too.
Because
it
you know,
is.
it's like Married with a Lamb or anything. You get tired of playing the damn thing over and over and over, or making the same damn rum and coke, or in his case, making the same sandwich every morning, or making the same steak.
Doing the
at
same
night.
prep, doing the same everything.
It's just
That's
nice
true,
to like
but-
do some little specials and stuff like that. So you keep that, you know, that artistry of cooking or whatever you do alive, because you know you can get kind of in a routine and you're just like, ugh. But if you're really back there pumping up and you know, kicking out some crazy stuff, and it may not be every day, it may be, hey, let's run this as a special tonight and see how well it goes, and do some fun stuff like that. That way it feeds your need to create something.
The tough thing is like, say, so you have your menu out there and you already got it and what's rocking and rolling. It's tougher to change that menu, like change those items on there instead of rock specials every night. So like,
like
say,
do
like,
a
I'm going to
feature,
do
or
this same
feature
menu,
something
and then
kinda.
feature specials. That's what I'm thinking.
Just do something.
So that's well, like I'll rock these 2 dishes for the week, yes, not with the additional menu, because replacing those items on that menu with new items on there that we've not tested, number one,
is
or
maybe a mistake.
It could be a mistake, or even just the execution of it,
Or
and
you
all the
alienate
kinds of
fucking a
things.
percentage of the people that are coming there for that one fucking item when you
that's
don't have a
true.
lot.
We could take
when you
off
don't
an
have a
item they
lot.
like, or, you know,
when you
replace
don't have
it
a
with
ton
another.
of items on your shelf.
And it's also how you develop a menu that's going to be
Well, that's kind of cool.
accepted around,
Well, it
you
makes
know?
sense as a business owner, and like even though I'm just kind of seeing it as it goes, you like feature an item a couple times, and if it's something that catches on, then you add it to the menu.
True.
Yeah,
And we will change with seasonal items,
Yeah.
because it just in price alone for different kind of items or availability that we just can't get them.
Yeah.
Even like veggies and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Do you guys do
Some
any
stuff.
seafood at all?
Right now we
other
do
than the crab
we
cakes.
do
So-
salmon as well, but we are going to be getting into a lot more branching out in the next couple weeks actually, because
Awesome.
we just got into our seafood companies. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Coming
Like
up,
fly
look-
them in kind of seafood.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I
using
want,
several
man.
different companies that fly it. They catch it that day. It's out on the dock.
that shit's
They call us
so-
up like,
so-
"Hey, you want pumpkin swordfish?"
I grew up
or,
in
you know,
Kansas.
Boom.
I
comes
grew up
here.
in Kansas, and I didn't have a taste for seafood because it just
Really?
Well,
Yeah,
right.
I loved it instantly. God, crab legs.
No.
are my shit.
When I went out to Hawaii and I lived out in Hawaii for a while,
You got used to
I
it?
got it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, now I get it.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck it. I can eat crab legs until, dude, I will put a place out of business. If they
Man, I'm
do.
telling you.
All you can eat.
Dude,
They won't
I-
put them out of business.
Well,
Don't make that
Is that what
mistake.
happened to China Buffet? Is that what happened to China Buffet?
That's what happened,
me
man.
and my friend Tony Vu, DJ Panda, have been told to leave on more than one occasion at multiple all-you-can-eat Asian buffets back when they had snow crab. By the
Like,
way,
let me lasso me some egg rolls.
They
That
were
kind of
like-
guy.
they were basically saying we're not bringing any more crab out till you two leave.
Well, it's like the old Louis Anderson sketch where he's talking about he goes to a Chinese place and like, you leave, you eat more than Chinese panda bear.
Yeah, you eat too. Yeah, dude, that's a great sketch.
Louis
too.
Anderson.
That's a hey. So shout out to the late great Louis Anderson. That's a great fucking sketch too.
Oh,
by the
yeah.
way. All right, so we're getting towards the end of this. Let's give them all your hours. Give them all your social media stuff. Give them, tell them whatever you want to tell them about your business. Give them all the rundown.
The
you guys
happy
wanna give
hours.
them. The happy hour
That's
specials,
good.
everything. You know, take this
All right,
time.
let's start with happy hours. Happy hours we're doing from 3 to 6 o'clock Monday through Friday. We got a crazy stupid special. We're doing a 9-ounce glass of wine for a 6-ounce price. That varies a little bit depending on the wine, of course.
Are you guys kind of a wine connoisseur bar? You got a pretty good selection.
No, we got.
I mean, I don't know shit about wine.
We got a
I like
nice
it.
selection. We got some. When I started the wine program there, I was like, you know what? I don't want anything mainstream. I want some just obscure, kind of fun little things. And I told them the kind of obscure, crazy label. I want it. So we got some really kind of fun stuff. We got an Angel's Ink Pinot Noir. We got a really great wine called Rabble. Another one that's really cool is Tooth and Nail. And the thing I love about Tooth and Nail, I'll show customers. I'll take my phone and you scan the label, and it starts singing to you and stuff. And this gal has a helmet, and she pulls it off. And it's
So they put some design into
Oh
it.
yeah,
nice.
it's
You can
absolutely
appreciate
amazing.
that as much
Oh,
as you
yeah.
put into stuff. You can.
Oh
like-
yeah, and so I was like, that's
I
why
can
I
see why
kind of
that-
showcase it.
I love how you buy shit off the label. The label's cool. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Well, I bought, hey man, that's how I bought CDs
That's
for
how I buy
years,
so
bro.
much.
Well,
I buy
dude,
so
That's
much.
I
right
bought
off the
CDs
comic
that
book
way.
right there, man.
Or that's how you know the girl wins the Super Bowl fucking, they like that uniform. Oh,
Yeah,
that uniform.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you beat me.
The whole thing really goes
Fantasy
together
football.
nicely.
Yeah. But, so, that's what we do with the wines. And then we do the cocktails. Instead of the normal price, they're down to $10. All our mocktails are $5. And then we got the $10 appetizers. So we got quite a bit.
So you guys,
Awesome.
so you can go in from what time to what time?
3 to 6.
3 to
Generous.
6. 3 to 6, and I tell you, there is people that are asking, guys. They're doing mocktails for $5 during that time. So if you're looking to go out and get a nice contemporary restaurant feel, have an appetizer. All their appetizers are $10 during that time. You can get. So if you're trying to have just some appetizers and have the drinks feel, and I'm seeing that go around a lot. So
Yeah.
I want to definitely push that part of it. You can go in there and get a cheap mocktail and a cool appetizer for $15. I mean, come on. I mean, especially in a restaurant feel, you gotta love that.
You have a hard time getting out of Mickey D's for $15.
Shit,
You know what
dude,
I
a
mean?
double quarter pounder meal is $15
bro.
now. I
On
mean,
some of those things, we're like really underscored on a lot. We use some better beef products than a lot of the fine dining restaurants do around town.
Yeah.
Like, because I've worked there, I've been there, and for the price that we do,
well, guys, I can tell you,
money.
all of the people that we've had in aside. They were really prepared and their ingredients were top notch. I can say nothing but good things. Everyone needs to go check out Forge ICT for sure. So where are we
it's
located?
incredible.
We're located at 917 East Douglas. It's basically a block, not even a block. It's
Half a step.
Well, it's right
Right next to
door,
Ribbit Computers, basically.
Beacon.
Yeah,
And then you have Washington Douglas. You know, we're right there.
they're right there on that corner, guys.
yeah.
And it's a great location. Monday through Wednesday, we're open from 11 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Then on Thursdays, we stay open. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we stay open until midnight.
Okay.
So we give you a late night option.
So you can come in and have some cocktails late too. And have a
late
nice
cocktails,
and
some
food as well.
appetizers.
You guys serve,
Kitchen's
are you
open
guys
till
serving
midnight.
food all the way up until
Yes.
midnight, pretty
Yes.
much?
Yep.
That's
Hey
awesome.
guys, that is another thing. Here we go. I got a bunch of people asking
That's
me where
good.
can I get a fucking entree at 10 o'clock. Here we are. You can go get your tomahawk steak, fucking 29 or a tomahawk
Pork chop.
pork chop.
Pork chop,
Don't give
rib
us
eye,
steak away.
whatever
Don't give
you
us
want.
steak
Don't
away.
get a steak
Tomahawk
away.
chop.
Yeah, well, tomahawk,
chop.
or
I'll make
tomahawk
anything
pork
chop.
chopping at 10 o'clock at night if you guys are looking for a meal.
11
Yeah.
o'clock,
Yeah.
we'll get you taken care of, and that was one of the things that Wichita, that I saw that on one of the Wichita Food and Booze or something like that. What restaurants are open past, 10 o'clock
Past
on
fucking
weekend?
8.
Constant.
I'm like, dude, I was
Yeah,
like, we're
really.
open, come on in. And, enjoy something. Even if it's, going to a date night and you finish the movie theater and you need a little appetizer or something before you hit the road, come by and see us.
Are you guys,
Yeah.
I know it's not really your thing, but are you guys also doing like the DoorDash and delivery and all that crap
We do.
too?
We are set up with if you go to our website, which is www.forgeict.com, of course.
And we'll feature that on the bottom of this description for this
Basically,
episode.
you'll go on there and you just click on there and you hit to go orders, and you can order right to go. And then you have the choice of either picking up or delivery. Delivery, DoorDash will come pick up and deliver it to you. No
So,
charge.
guys, and I will tell you today, we even had like 2 DoorDashes, and this food was still amazing. So this is a place you can DoorDash their food even. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some restaurants, I will tell you something right now, that is a big part of how good is your restaurant. Will it hold up in a DoorDash?
That's the other thing is
Yeah.
the quality of the to-go boxes that we use are above par. Like
Well,
we're spending
good.
like $1 a box.
You should a little
And-
bit. I know that delivery is a big pain in the ass for a lot of businesses.
They just
They're
throw all the
vented.
ingredients in. The box cooks
Oh,
it
dude,
on
it's
the way.
fucking
Like those crab
sucks.
cakes that
It's
you had
amazing.
earlier. I cooked those. I cooked those crab cakes at the restaurant at
Like 5:30.
it was
Oh, wow.
5:45. I want to say.
Oh, bet, dude.
And then we got
So
here.
Those are great.
So it's sat,
Yeah,
it's
and you
sat
didn't
for
eat
2
them till
hours. Sat
2
for
hours later. They were still crispy.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
so great.
Baller.
They were so great.
We were
Yeah.
sword
Yeah.
fighting over them.
So I mean, that was how well it lasted.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I thought it was thumb wrestling.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
was a little bit of everything.
You can't see under the table.
Yeah, there's definitely
1, 2, 3, 4. I
there's
can play
definitely
some more.
there's definitely moments of this show that we are pantsless, but we'll get into that another day. But anyway,
Really fast hands.
guys, let's wrap it up. I'm full. The food has been
little
amazing.
hands.
These guys have been amazing. Check out Forge ICT whenever you can. Get in there for some great cocktails, mocktails, appetizers, entrees.
Yeah,
guys, and it's
David, Kevin, amazing
Appreciate
stuff.
it,
Thank you
guys.
so
Really.
much, guys.
Appreciate it,
Really
guys.
appreciate being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us in.